Narrator: Once upon a time, there was a very intelligent and far-sighted king. King, to himself, thoughtfully, what makes a country truly strong is not only its army or wealth, but the courage of its people, their hard work, their will to overcome any problem. Narrator: So, one day, he came up with a brilliant idea to teach his sons a special lesson. Scene: Palace courtyard. Morning. King, to his soldiers, place a huge stone right in the middle of the main road. I want to see how people deal with it. Narrator: Following the king's order, the soldiers placed a big rock in the middle of the road and left. Scene: A tall tower overlooking the road. The king is with his sons. Narrator: Then the king went up a tall tower with his sons, from where they could see everything clearly. Scene: The road. A chariot approaches, carrying courtiers and servants. Narrator: First came some of the king's wealthy courtiers, riding in their chariots, surrounded by servants. They pass with great pomp. The chariot stops abruptly before the rock. Courtier 1, angrily: What is this? A rock in the middle of the road. Courtier 2, scoffing: What kind of king is this? He cannot even keep the roads clean. Narrator: They cursed and complained, but not one of them tried to move the rock. Finally, annoyed, they turned back and took another way. Scene: A group of tired farmers approaches the rock. Narrator: After a while, some farmers came along. Tired after working all day in the fields, they stopped when they saw the rock. Farmer 1, looking at the rock, then to the sky: This must be a sign from God. Farmer 2, nodding: Maybe he is testing us. Narrator: They prayed for a moment, said a few words, and then continued on their way with a smile, leaving the rock just where it was. Scene: The knight rides up on his horse. Narrator: Next came a brave warrior, the king's most loyal knight, honest and responsible. He saw the rock and thought, Knight, to himself, this could be dangerous for travelers. Narrator: Without delay, he turned his horse and galloped off towards the palace to inform the king. Narrator: Though he acted out of duty, he never once tried to move the rock himself. Narrator: And so it went, one by one. People came. Some stopped and cursed. Some called upon God's name. Others simply left the responsibility to someone else. Scene: Sunset. The sky is orange. Narrator: Slowly, the sun sank into the western sky, and evening fell. Just then, a simple farmer came along. The lone farmer enters, exhausted, sweating, carrying a heavy sack. Narrator: He was exhausted from working in the fields all day, his body drenched in sweat, and he was carrying a heavy load on his back. Yet, seeing the rock, he stopped and took a deep breath. Farmer, thinking aloud, with concern: If I don't move this, many people will suffer tomorrow. The king cannot always keep watch. We also have responsibilities. Narrator: With this thought, he set his heavy load down by the roadside. Then, using both hands, he began pushing the rock. The farmer strains. Sound of heavy effort. Narrator: His body was soaked in sweat. His breath grew heavy, and his muscles trembled. Still, he did not give up. With a final grunt, the farmer shoves the rock aside. It rolls out of the road. He pants, wiping his brow. Then he sees something. Narrator: Finally, with all his strength, he managed to move the rock out of the road, but at that very moment, he saw something strange. Narrator: Under where the rock lay was a leather pouch. The farmer kneels and opens the pouch. It is filled with shining gold coins. Narrator: Filled with shining gold coins. The farmer was astonished. He looked round, hardly able to believe his eyes. The king and his princes approached from the road. Narrator: Just then, the king came down from the tower with his sons and stood before the farmer. King, smiling warmly: These gold coins belong to you. King, you are the only one who understood your responsibility and tried to remove this obstacle. And this is exactly the lesson I wanted to teach my sons. The king turns to his sons. King, remember, The obstacles in life do not come to block our way. They are the very things that build our real path. King, when we overcome these obstacles, we become stronger, we move forward, and we earn true respect. The princes look at their father, then at the humble farmer, understanding dawning in their eyes. Narrator: the son stood silently. It was clear in their eyes that this was a lesson no book could have ever taught them. Final scene, text on screen. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and comment below. Your thoughts encourage the creation of more stories like this. Thank you for listening. Until next time.